somehow you're innocent.
All right, let's just talk about the graphs first. We had lots of people figure this out. Right? What happens when we have f of x equals x to n, and what's going on with those graphs?
The n changes which way it's gonna, like what it's gonna look like
Okay?
on the graph.
That's awesome. So, like, did the certain numbers produce certain graphs?
Yes. Yes. The odds and the evens.
Okay, so if n is even, what kind of a graph did we get?
The even ones are the same and the odd ones are the same.
Yeah, but what kind of graphs did the even ones give us? How would you describe them? U-shaped, right?
Yeah.
U-shaped.
They were
Okay?
like parabolas, but they were a little more flat.
That's right. The highest the number they got flatter on the bottom, didn't they? Yep. Okay. And if n is odd, okay, kind of hard to describe this graph.
Like a vertical S.
What'd you say, Jane?
Like a vertical S.
Okay, vertical S. Yeah, I can see it. Change that. That's what they look like, right? So if it's an even number, we get this. If it's an odd number, we get something like that. Are we good with that? Make sure you write this down on your paper because you'll need it tomorrow when I'm not here. You can refer to it. Okay? So here's that part. Let's do the domain of ranges now. Okay, and then I'll stop writing. So domain for these even looking ones, what's it, we're gonna, yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
Oh, me? No, so I was
Oh, all real numbers, okay? And we haven't done a whole lot with interval notation, so right now, but we will, okay? So we're just gonna write all reals. Okay, now we'll do the range. You won't be able to see soon. Okay, what about the ranges? What are they going to be for the even ones? The ranges. That's just the y part, right? Are they also all real numbers or are they different? Different, right?
All real numbers greater than 0.
All real numbers greater than 0. So they're positive. Only greater than 0. Or equal to it. All reals greater than or equal to 0. Okay, because you see how the u's are all up above that y. Yeah, that's why it's all. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do the domain of this, and then you can write it all down. So keep writing, and I'll be out of your way here. Domain and range for these ones. What about these ones? What about the domain on those ones and odd ones? All reals again, right? Because again, if you looked at that graph, I tried to set it up so you could see that all the x's are getting covered. Okay, so here, if we go across this, so if we have a point here, we come down, we can see that it's going to cover every single one. Every single one gets covered. Okay, what about the range? It's the same thing, all real numbers. Okay, because it's covering all the y's. Alright? So there you go. That's going to help you with a whole bunch of this kind of thing. Power functions are just part of polynomials. That's why we're doing them. And they're pretty popular, little buggers. So I'll stop and then we'll do the A's. Let me know when you're done writing. Lindsay, did you write this down? Just wondering.
I took a picture.
Oh, okay.
I'll write it down after school when I go to do my homework.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. So I already have stuff to do for English.
Oh, that's your favorite.
Patty, don't say that.
Yep. So cuddly. I like your class over English, just saying.
Oh, thanks.
But not as a teacher, because if it was you as a teacher up against Mrs. Ward, I would pick you any day.
Don't, we're recording this.
Nope. Anybody can know that. I don't care.
Okay, okay. Well, thanks for saying that. I'm sure there's others that are. Okay. Did we get all this written down?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Now we do A's. What happened? Remember, this is the same A that we had before, right? Oops, let me write it right. F of x equals A times x to the n. What did the A do to the graph? What if A is a positive number? Anybody notice what happened to the what it did to the graph? It's the same as with all the other stuff.
The ends around like a snake.
Not when it was positive, but we're going to come back to that one.
Okay.
The ends would be either going up or down. If they're positive, it will be going up. For the U shapes.
Oops. I don't know why it's not sliding in. Huh. Well, I guess I'll do this. So here, if A is a negative, like Lindsay said, okay, it's going to flip it around. See, now it's not doing it. I don't know if I can go like this, if it's going to help or not. So if we move this back, see how it flips over? Right? So it's flipping, just like it did with the other, when we did all those translation of functions. So when A is negative, it reflects over the x-axis, it's flipping. Okay? When it's a small, let's go big. So when it gets bigger, what's happening to it? It's stretching it. Okay? So that's what you need to remember. So if A is positive, we get in a stretch. That's what we did when we were doing transformational stuff. You might remember that. And if it's negative, it reflects it over the x-axis. A is negative, reflect over x-axis. So make sure you get that because you can use it tomorrow. So tomorrow you'll finish the back of that one assignment, right? We did the boiling on, and then work on this one, and then we'll see where you're at when I come back on Thursday. I don't know. Anyway.